Good morning, my friends. It's Patty with Get Personal with Patty. And I want to go over today with you my 2022 Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets Goal Planner. And a huge shout out and a thank you for being open and transparent to Jessie over at Jwhackers. If you have not met her or seen any of her videos, please go check her out. This came to me, I bought this for January because I wanted to really focus a book or a planner on, just some goals for the year, personal goals. And I looked at it briefly in January and then I put it down and I didn't go back to it. And as you know, if you watch some of my videos, I have a lot of planners for different things. And so then after I watched Jessie's post, I think it was Sunday. I think it was Saturday or Sunday this past weekend. I really said, I want to use my book. I want to be intentional of what I purchase and using it. Because a lot of times we purchase things and kind of forget about them or get too busy. And, I'm just like a lot of other people that have, I work 2 part-time jobs that equal a little bit more than a full-time job. I have a daughter. I have a household to take care of. I do all the bills, the budgeting. I enjoy it. I call myself Chief Chaos, right? I like it. I like to stay busy. I have 2 or 3 side gigs on a monthly basis, and I enjoy it. I just like to stay busy, which is okay. But then sometimes because I'm that busy, sometimes the things that I really want to do, like reading, takes a really back seat to, all the other things. So I figured if I got it down on paper on what my goals are, then weekly, every other day, I can look at this and really, get a grasp of what I want for myself. I know in my brain what I want for myself, but putting it down on paper holds me accountable for in future months to look back and say, oh yeah, remember you were going to do that. Remember you wanted to do that. So if you haven't seen the Power Sheets before, there are quite a few videos I find that people gave a review when they first purchased the Power Sheets. But then when I went back to YouTube on, say, Sunday to see if anyone else had updated what kind of goals and plans they were doing, I didn't find anyone except for one, Jessie. And I follow Jessie's channel anyways. But I did do like a Google search in YouTube, and I found no one else that really, put their goals out there on YouTube. Now, I understand it's a very personal thing. So I'm okay with that. I just kind of wanted to get ideas or see, what people were doing. So in the beginning of the Power Sheets, like this first page, it's like, what do you want to cultivate? So the whole Power Sheets theme this year is cultivating. You can cultivate what you want to. So the first thing is like, what do you want to cultivate? So I use stickers, and I actually did this when it first came in, I remember. So obviously I put like my dog, like walk, I was thinking walking. I'm going to school for my associate. So obviously I put that. Adventures, fun days, family night, planning, yep, I'm going to put the money in there. Read more was one of my big things. Writing in my journal, maybe baking or cooking. A good night's rest. Wellness was right in the middle. That's a big deal for me. Road trip, doing maybe a couple little fun vacations, even if it was mini vacations with the family. So then, I'm sorry for the pause. I'm doing this on early morning, so I always think that Grace's pump is running off. So then it has like pages like this. Comparison isn't just the thief of joy, it's the thief of everything. So it kind of gets you to really dig down on, what makes you you. Okay, so that's a couple of pages. You can do what makes you come alive. And then it has these 8 different blocks that you're supposed to kind of check off the area that where you stand now. So it's like 1 to 10. 1 meaning you are not satisfied and want to see big change, or 10 means things couldn't be better. So for the average, it's kind of 50-50. Like, my health and wellness is one of my big goals this year, and not just, losing weight and feeling healthy. I have lost some weight in the past, and I'm from my lowest weight, I had gained 15 pounds. 15 pounds, it just doesn't seem like a lot, but I'm just like plateaued on it for about a year. So I certainly just want to get back down to that original weight, as well as maybe a little more. But also for me, health and wellness is going for my physical, going to the dentist, and getting my mammogram. I got it a couple of years ago. I had yearly appointments. COVID hit, and then kind of I don't want to say COVID did it, but I'm busy, and I'm one of those people where I'd rather work than go to those appointments, which is kind of stupid or silly, because those are important as well. Focal relationships, I'm using that as my quality time with my husband and I, and how we can get some more communication and better communication, and watch our tone with each other, etc. So I have that as a 3 right now, but certainly that is another thing that I'm going to focus on. My family, I marked as a 7. Certainly just want to get Grace to be a little bit more independent this year. And if the 3 of us work on that together, I think she'll succeed as well. Friends, I have a small group, but I really want to spend quality time with each one. But I did mark that in 8, which means, so I'm pretty good with my friends. So I don't feel like I have to really work on that too much. I just want to stay consistent with them as well. So finances, as my channel is really all about my budgeting and planning. I think I do very well. We've come a long way with our finances. So I've given that an 8. Maybe not in the top priority. I think for maybe the first few months, anything that's 5 and below is where my focus is going to be. Spiritual and personal growth, again, I put a 3. I'd like to get back to reading for pleasure, which is, personal growth. Spirituality, I'd like to get something Reiki, maybe a massage, like something for me personally. Work and learning, I'm doing good with. I'm in college for my associates, and I love it. I have an 8 average, so I really like doing school, in education now in my 50s rather than my 20s, because I like putting my life experience and work experience to, the classes that I'm taking. And then I have a new job, and I love it. This is going to my 3rd week, and every day is something new, and it makes the day go by fast, which is really what I really needed. And I'm following in my mom and my grandmom's footsteps, being a bookkeeper, and I really, really do enjoy it. And then recreation, I put down as a 3 because I really don't do much for recreation. I do piano lessons. I should put that down. I mean, that's recreation because it's something that I wanted to do. But I always wanted to take tap dance, so I don't know. Maybe I'll do that in the fall. I know they have an adult class, and kind of like stepping outside of my comfort zone. And piano lessons was certainly it, but, tap dance might be another. So then it goes into like good things, and you do see I haven't written too much in it, but people you're grateful for last year, and for me it was like my friends. That's what it says. Like, write down. You may think they don't need encouragement, but words can be a powerful gift. So I wrote down a few names of people that have really encouraged me in the last year and who I'm grateful for. Then it tells you to look back at your challenges for last year and what you learned, and write that down. Then it goes, into who you are and moving past fear. So there's a lot of pages in front on, how you can set up your goals, what you want to use your goals for in living out this year. So I still have to do some work in these. As you can see, it's empty pages. But I didn't do anything for January, and I'm going to put a little clip as a reminder of this page. So I put a little clip up here to kind of remind me to go to this page when I want to review what I really originally talked about. Okay, and then, the big picture vision, I'll get to this someday. I didn't think it was as important. I mean, and this is really a good page as well, and I kind of color coordinated it with that other page. But so I wrote these February 6th. What I'm saying yes to and what I'm saying no to, that is so important. The number one thing that I've learned in the last really couple weeks is negativity. And I really just want less conversations with people that just bitch. And I'll put it right out there. We all go through things, and sometimes life is hard, but people who complain all the time, I just, my energy is wasted listening to them, and I really don't want to do that. And then the other thing I'm going to say no to, maybe a little extra, is I'm kind of burnt out with a certain group, and I need to pull away and, do some less time with them. And then what I'm saying yes to is me, is my focus, is my weight loss journey, my reading more, my time with my husband, time with my daughter, my quality times with my friends, being more grateful, being humble for everything I have, and appreciating and being grateful. So then you go into February, and this is where, prepare well. My important to-dos, I'm excited for. So these are the 4 things on my mind, and you're hopeful that. And so these are just little things that you put in for February, for the month. What do you want to do? I've had the same 3 things on my list for the last week, and it's not that I forget. I know it's in my mind to do them, but I just don't make time to do it. So there's a couple of things I really have to do, and I put that here, important to-dos. I'm excited for, on my mind, things that are on my mind long-term that are not going to get resolved in February, but I wanted to write it down anyways. And then you're hopeful, what you're hopeful for. And really it's just coming out of one thing, but, hey. Then there's my calendar, and I am dedicating February in Powersheets to send snail mail weekly to a friend, or a note of encouragement, or whatever I need to do. So I already had something done on February 6th, and I'm going to mail it today. Half the battle is mailing it. And then these pages are just like brainstorming my ideas, a family walk at the mall with Grace and her walker. And that would help me, health and wellness, and it would help us as a family to get out and do something together. And then I'm also going to look into, there's a wellness center in my town, and I'm going to look into doing a Reiki session for myself. And then here's the tending list. So just going over this with you real quick, and then, I'll let you be the judge if you want to continue to watch my channel. And I'm going to try to do this monthly and do the tending list, share with you in the beginning of the month, and then at the end of the month where, I stood with my goal list. So my encouraging words is, you are always worthy of all. You are loved. Sometimes we need to be reminded of that. Priority is my communicate and tone with my husband. And I mean tone like there's no reason that, I get upset easy, or if I can just talk it out with him, it kind of saves a lot of tension after the fact. So my monthly action items is to lose 10 pounds. I'm communicating, focusing with my husband without interruption. Midweek laundry. It might sound silly to some people, but, it is what it is. That's what my focus monthly action items are for this month, February. And then it breaks down to weekly. I'm going to weigh in and track my food daily in my Mosque Life journal. I'm going to use Mosque Life for my journal and health and wellness. I'm going to communicate daily with my husband, 15 to 30 minutes with no phones. And then snail mail, I'm going to either send a note, card, or words of encouragement to friends. And I've already done that the first week because I already did that on the 6th. And then daily action items or habits that I'm going to track is my meds, tracking my eating, journaling. That's it. So I'm doing pretty good. So that is February. And I look forward to coming back at the end of February and doing my month in review with you. So if you got the Powersheets this year, open it up and use them. It's really, it's as women, I mean, as men as well, but as women, we do tend to take a lot on. And, I'm no different than anyone else. I have things in my mind. I want goals. I want to be able to be a better person. And this is the start, is to write it down and really see what your fears are, to go outside of that comfort zone. It's hard to do, but you can do it because you are worthy. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a good week. Happy goal setting. Bye.